Hello dear viewers and welcome to T-World. Kindly hit the subscribe button and we will be on our way. In today's news, the two legitimate issues of this current week are more going on behind the scenes. From the start, the Supreme Court's choice striking down Roe v. Swim doesn't have a lot of to do with the surprising disclosures delivered by the Jan. 6 Select Panel, because of Donald Trump for assisting us with getting rapidly to second become flushed. The ex-president himself appears to comprehend that the two are connected in a significant manner, working out in a good way past the happenstance that not one yet two stupendous stories approached all the while. The two stories move the public discussion into fields in which strategies that Trump has utilized so frequently thus ably in the past are undeniably more averse to be powerful. These strategies incorporate refusal, interruption, and counter-allegation, all outfit to the truth that advanced political culture experiences difficulty separating enormous issues from little or keeping fixed on any matter for extremely lengthy. This time appears to be changed in light of the fact that the two subjects are subjectively unique. Trump's own words propose he knows it. He has whined openly that favorable to Trump House Republicans blundered in boycotting the Board of Trustees, passing on nobody on the board to shield him or weaken the effect of an irrefutable and decimating story about his endeavors to upset the 2020 political decision. He has likewise spread the word, in manners he clearly expected to be plugged, that he fears the upsetting of Roe will have a negative political bounce back for Republicans. Distrust is justified for any expectations that either debate means catastrophe for Trump. There have been endless such contentions and expectations in the long time since he originally reported he was running for president and started his control of public talk. However, there is a particular way the Jan. 6 disclosures, and, surprisingly, more so the Roe v. Swim repeal are unique in relation to scores of prior commotions and fixations. Both address clear crossroads on issues of major public strategy. Individuals are being approached to walk one way or the other, with a distinctive mindfulness that to stroll down one way or the other will have huge and enduring ramifications for the country, and in any event, for themselves as people. This was not valid for a large portion of the discussions of the Trump years. It was frequently said, as a rule, as an illustration, yet progressively as an exacting examination, that Trump and Trumpism put the country in another civil war. Most times, the correlation fizzled. As in current times, the genuine civil war was when enormous areas of Americans took a gander at one another with common incomprehension and hatred. At that point, in any case, nobody was in uncertainty about the inquiry in question. One side accepted bondage was a positive decent that ought to be stretched out as the country developed with new expresses. The other accepted subjugation was a shrewd foundation that ought not be reached out into new yet rather put on a way to progressive elimination. Thus, as Lincoln said in his subsequent debut address, the conflict came. The equivalent is valid for other incredible snapshots of public struggle. During the 1930s, individuals who murmured FDR knew precisely why they were irate. He was moving in enduring ways the national government's venture into the confidential economy. Thus, as well, did the dissidents of the 1960s know why they were in the city, to end lawful isolation in the Vietnam War. The mark of the Trump time is that it created ire and hatred without, by and large, a substantial inquiry of public strategy that was obviously to be settled by the result of the contention, the subject of line intersections, and the scene of kids being kept in confines was one exemption. In any case, for the overwhelming majority of the contentions of Trump's administration, the actual contention, and the manner in which it separated one clan from the other, was the essential point. Might it be said that you were excited by Nancy Pelosi tearing up a duplicate of Trump's State of the Union location? Or horrified by it? Could it be said that you were more shocked by Trump's annoying work to attach help to Ukraine to his own political closures? Or by the way that Hunter Biden was raking in boatloads of cash in Ukraine exchanging on his family name? Endlessly and on. The two issues now before the nation are unquestionably in an alternate classification. The Supreme Court statement that there could be as of now not a protected right to fetus removal presently puts the issue unequivocally in the political domain, where it is probably going to stay for quite a long time into the future. Around 1 of every 5 pregnancies in the United States closes in fetus removal. The nation is currently amidst a discussion including essential inquiries of privileges and values in a cozy circle of day-to-day existence. Likewise, the reality of this public discussion is perceived, by all sides, to be a focal piece of Trump's inheritance. It could never have occurred without the 3 judges he delegated adding to a 5-4 choice. The shocks Trump executed directly following the 2020 political decision, prompting the Jan. 6 brutality at the Capitol, don't converge with regular day-to-day existence in a similar personal manner as the early termination issue. In any case, they truly do correspondingly introduce a striking public decision, of a sort that won't be quickly excused by obscuring the inquiry or stating that it is all only governmental issues. Not surprisingly, any schoolchild realizes that a takeoff from the quiet exchange of force isn't common. There are not very many Trump allies anxious to help the contention that it is acceptable for a president to keep declaring misrepresentation when his own Justice Department nominees have let him know they looked and viewed as none. The foundation of Trump's allure was that his assorted shocks were all essential for claiming the libs and driving rivals to interruption. White House helper Cassidy Hutchinson affirmed for this present 7-day stretch of a rankled Trump flinging a plate in the wall. She wiped the ketchup stain crazy. Trump won't with such ease delete the picture of inept fury, something contrary to the stormy fearlessness that was the substance of his enticement for allies. One method for estimating Trump's situation is to see it through the eyes of somebody who upholds his apparent plan. In the event that you are an earnest rival of fetus removal privileges, you may be thankful for how Trump changed the Supreme Court. In any case, could you respect Trump, who for quite a long time bragged his wantonness, who once stated "I'm extremely favorable to decision," and who is currently uncomfortable with the implications of the court's decision, as the ideal individual to convey the battle forward into its straightaway long-haul stage? Suppose you are really worried that endeavors to make casting a ballot more straightforward through vote via mail could weaken political race uprightness. Is Trump, with his careless charges and clear narcissism, actually your optimal representative? Two stunning turns of events, one at the Supreme Court, the other across the road at the House Select Council, have sent American legislative issues into an entirely different domain. By experience and personality, this isn't a domain wherein Trump is exceptional to succeed.
If you made it to the end of the video, kindly hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. It helps the channel.